Oh.
On your mark, get set, go!
Happy Star Wars Day from the Obama Presidential Center.
Isn't it time to bring yourself up to date?
And this way, when I get out of office in, let's say, 8 or 9 years from now. So cute.
Today is going to be my peaceful day.
Cinco de Mayo! Jamie reminded me of it this morning on Trail Mix. And I got some mariachi music in the background now.
That
Jamie,
clip
here,
reminded me that I'm about to cancel CBS.
Oh, yeah?
As soon as Colbert's gone, right?
As soon as Colbert is gone, last night they had the finale of Watson, which they've canceled.
Yeah.
About the only thing that's left are the Sheridan spinoffs and the NCIS group, and the way they're kowtowing to Trump with cutting all the bad stuff out of 60 Minutes and stuff. Barry Weiss is running the place, and I want nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Well, now I've noticed they've canceled a lot of other shows. Is there a thread? Is there an ideological thread to? I mean, of course, Colbert, but I mean these other dramatic shows.
Expensive.
Oh, and that's just the expense. It's not about.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have like an ideological.
Real actors with real stories by real writers. That actually have to be filmed.
Did you see? There was a lady that did a clip about the Special Victims Unit. Is that NCIS or whatever that is?
No, that's Law and Order.
That's Law and Order. Is that on CBS? I don't know.
No,
anyway,
that's on NBC.
Okay, I don't watch those things anyway. There was an episode, and the word Epstein was actually on the binder of Bundy, and one of the episodes was called Flight, and it was about trafficking kids on planes, and it actually, you I guess, do a search in the Epstein files that have been released. Jeffrey Epstein's actually talking about that episode because it's about him and about open secrets, like open secret in Hollywood.
Ugh.
Well, speaking of Colbert, I just want to point out again, Pat D puts clips up every morning.
Thank you, Pat D.
I love that. It's one of my favorite things in the morning. She gets the late night comic monologues on and some of the other stuff. And I can't play them here because the networks shut down the video if I do. So I can't do it for copyright stuff problems. But you can go to trailmix.cc and watch it. And Winter's here. Jamie's already beat me to the punch in comments on Welcome
hi, Winter.
Jamie and Eggery's here. And Eggery. Hey, I like this trash channel. Is that he's got this trash channel's avatar is the South. That's the South Park version of JD Vance there. I recognize that trash channel. Man who will write our comedy after Trump. You got a point. I'm sure a lot
I have to say this. Colbert and Kimmel and Fallon have all been through the Trump administration and Biden administration. They did fine during Biden too. And I don't think Trump is going to last another 8 to 9 years. I'd be surprised if he survives 2026.
No. When they say that he had 5 doctors in the room with he said he had 5. There were 5 doctors there. Now, was he leaking information we're not supposed to know, or were there actually 5 doctors in the room? Because that's not normal.
That isn't normal.
So
there he is yesterday, falling asleep.
Yeah.
That's because he stayed up the night before on Truth Social posting crap.
But that's because his circadian rhythm is shot because of the dementia, and so he stays. His days and nights are mixed up.
Maybe he has narcolepsy.
There he is. That's our commander in chief.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I love it when they're like, what about Joe Biden falling asleep? He never fell asleep.
Well, my favorite was Fox in all their, travesties. One of my favorite was one time when they showed video of him asleep, and it turned out it was actually after the fire in Southern California, and he was at a religious service and he was praying.
Yeah. And they were saying he was sleeping. Yeah.
And they were saying he was sleeping. Yeah.
They reach for whatever they grab.
Couldn't even pray without getting attacked.
Yeah, but it doesn't need to be JD Vance. Just because he's younger. Youth is not the only qualification.
But I would like someone in the 50 range.
Yeah. Yep. I would definitely like somebody who's a little more with it.
Particularly since my oldest grandchild turns 47 this year.
Oh my God.
Is that right?
I'm younger than your oldest grandchild. Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh. One of the music things I play had us posting the year you were born, and it absolutely creeped me out.
Oh.
Going and getting a song from 1944, my
yeah.
Well, I this morning, let's see, let me go. I put it in that little opener. I came across this morning. is a commercial from 1956, the year I was born.
1946, 10 years ago, when maybe you had a refrigerator like this. It was big enough for your family then, when little Mary was only so big, and Johnny wasn't even born yet, but now he's about this big. And as you can see, this old refrigerator is just too cramped for a growing family. Isn't it time to bring yourself up to date with this big, beautiful Westinghouse refrigerator? I'll bet before you've had it in your kitchen more than a couple of hours, you'll feel like everything.
My grandma and grandpa had one of those in their basement. No joke.
I love those.
And it worked until it worked until what, 2005? Something like that.
Oh, I see, Jamie, you're already responding, but no, user.
We weren't calling him that.
We weren't calling him that. We were making fun of the people who called Biden sleepy. And you're right.
And that was one of Orange Adolph's little 8th grade nicknames for everybody.
Yeah.
So, I stand by the name Orange Adolph. He is both orange and Hitlerish, Hitler-esque. So I think that's a.
And user, you got a point. I mean, I think history will remember, even if we've all forgotten. But I mean, Biden, Trump administration gets credit for the fast tracking the development of the vaccine, but then Trump just totally dropped the ball on distributing the vaccine, which is where Biden stepped in.
I would sit on my bed at night and try to find a vaccine and couldn't, because they were all taken. And the only place you could even go was like these big stadiums and stuff, which not everybody can drive out to those things. Yeah. And I would sit on my bed every night and try, because they'd have a few new openings and they would be gone, and I would just cry. And then Joe Biden said, by the week of April 14th, it'll be at your local pharmacy. Yeah. And by golly, it was 2 blocks away from me. So
but it happened so fast. They got it out so fast. And it was incredible.
You just needed somebody that understood logistics. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, there's nobody in this administration now who is competent at anything except being cruel. That is their only competence, is cruelty.
I mean, Biden had 2 of the most competent chiefs of staff who handled that in recent history, and actually his first chief of staff had handled the Ebola crisis under Obama, so he had a lot of history with handling that stuff. So he had competent people in charge, but and Thank you, user L4PL5HW4W. Thank you for your comments because
you're right on.
Those things cannot be forgotten. Yeah. And I'll say, I think we are experiencing now the same thing with the Iran war. Iran war is the new COVID for Donald Trump. I mean, we are seeing his horrible mismanagement and incompetence and stupidity all over again in a global crisis.
Except that his sons and his friends are making money hand over fist.
That's the difference. They didn't figure out how to make money on COVID. They figured out how to make money on this.
Yeah. By the way, there's breaking news.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Senate Republicans quietly sneak in and ask for $1 billion in funding for Trump's ballroom in the latest reconciliation bill.
$1 billion.
$1 billion. Yeah. It literally says, in addition to amounts otherwise available, there is appropriated to the United States Secret Service for fiscal year 2026 out of money in the Treasury not otherwise appropriated, $1 billion to remain available until September 30th of 2029 for the purposes of security adjustments and upgrades, including within the perimeter fence of the White House compound, to support enhancements by the United States Secret Service relating to the East Wing Modernization Project.
Hey, is this in the House right now or in the Senate? Where is it? Because I got to call people. It's in the Senate. Okay.
We got to make some phone calls.
I got to call people as soon as we're done here.
We can call somebody right now.
Call John Thune. Call Thune. Call Thune first.
Yeah, that's fine. Where's my? I got a Congress calling. Hey, Dexter.
Hey, Craig.
Hey, Dexter.
Hey, Blue.
Hey.
Hey, Katie.
I've lost my calling Congress button. I had a call Congress button here somewhere. So many buttons to keep up with. I'm playing mariachi in the background.
All right. Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. Thanks to Jamie. I'd forgotten about it till she posted about it on Trail Mix this morning.
Hi, Cinco de Mayo.
Where in the world? Well, I've lost my calling Congress button, guys. We'll have to.
Do you need the number?
Button for it. Oh, here it is. It's called voice calls. I need to relabel that right now so I don't forget. So I know.
RFK Jr. is proposing a nationwide ban on Bill Gates backed lab grown meat.
I'm for banning that as well. That's gross.
It's nasty.
I just eat some rice and beans, man. Just eat some rice and beans. I won't be eating it.
Oh, I don't want to call. I don't want to leave the site. What are you talking about? Oh, I almost left the site. I almost shut us. I almost shut down the whole thing here. Say, all right, here we go. All right, let me make sure I don't have anybody's phone numbers on here that shouldn't be here. All right. So you say we want to call John Thune?
John Thune.
All right. Look there, I've been getting some suspected spam on this number. I wonder what that's about. All right. Call Congress. Call Congress. There it is, Congress. We're calling Congress. I'm asking for John Thune.
Link on Trail Mix for information on it.
Did they say something?
Capitol, how may I direct your call?
John Thune's office, please.
Yes, sir. Just one moment here.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi, this is Senator John Thune. Thank you for calling my office. If you would like to leave me a message, please press 1. If you would like to hear general information about office locations and
I never listened to the numbers.
Press 2. If you'd like to speak to a member of my staff, please press 3. Hi, this is Senator John Thune. Please leave a detailed message containing your name, address, and phone number or email address where we can reach you. I appreciate you calling. We will get back to you as soon as possible.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Please do not spend $1 billion on that ballroom. Please. We're just seeing that in the news. This is Trail Mix, the gang at trailmix.cc, and we do not want you to spend $1 billion on that ballroom. There's other things. Do you know it would only cost $4 billion to give every kid in community college free tuition for 6 months? How about spending money on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We respectfully request you to reconsider this $1 billion for the White House ballroom, please. This is trailmix.cc talking. We got our, that feels good, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
Have the private donations dried up?
Well, where did the private donations go? They're gone.
Who knows?
Where do you think they go?
He took them. Just like the private donations that he had for his library.
Yeah.
The entity that had the library is
where they go.
dissolved, and the donations are gone because he's got them.
He's got it.
He's just a grifter.
Exactly.
Hey, user's on a roll, man. I'm liking user LE4P. Let's see, let me get this straight. User LE4P I5HW4W. Amen. Amen to that. Oh,
Vintage is behind the news on that. Newsom has,
that's for you.
Newsom has done a complete reorganization of the train situation.
How about 103 about gas and news? How about, boy, not only are you doing whataboutism, you actually started out with how about.
What about?
That's how we know it's about whataboutism. Change the subject. When you can't defend your dumbass leader, you got to change the subject to something else. Y'all are real good at that. I swear. I can't get over how good you are at it. It's so instinctual with you. Here it is. I put it all together. Here's all your tactics. MAGA debate dodges, straw man, change the subject. What about ism? False equivalency. I always say to what I say to what aboutism is, so what? And then there's ad hominem, slippery slope, shift burden of proof. It's all there. Y'all got it down.
And all you've got to do is ask them to explain themselves in detail and provide sources, and they'll go away. They can't.
Yeah.
They simply can't.
I mean, okay, I'll get serious with you for a minute there, Vintage Excellence. That train, I think I'm iffy on that train too. That what they're doing with that train in California, but I don't know that much about it. However, you know what? That reminds me, the governor's debate is tonight on CNN. So I bet that train comes up in that, it's tonight. CNN, I think Caitlin Collins is hosting.
Bring down the highlighter, Craig.
The what?
Bring down your highlighter.
Huh? Bring down the highlight.
Yeah, come down the comments.
28 million. It's hard to cycle through these when there's so much. Let's see. Oh, you've got all the details on the train here?
Yep. There's a whole lot on it. They've been making real progress. And yes, it was a waste at the beginning, but they're getting it under control.
Okay. All right. I'm all for it. If it's under control. It looked like a boondoggle in the beginning to me too.
Oh well, yeah, it was.
And the thing is, we've got people that want to sell cars and gas, and I had to pay almost $4 a gallon yesterday, $3.99.9.
That's cheap.
That's pretty low. That's below the national average. That's 50% below the national average.
I don't get gas very often because I don't drive very far either. But what was I? But we could have like high-speed rail across the country. If we would just and it would provide jobs. It would make everything easier. And so,
Florida built a high-speed train between Orlando and Miami with no government money. It's the first privately funded and it's working, and I think it's succeeding. I mean, and they didn't require any government
Well,
money.
I mean, the East Coast has got, they've got pretty good train service between like New York and DC, I found out, and upstate.
Yeah.
I've gone up there
The Bright
too.
Line, right, Craig? The Bright
It's
Line, is
great.
that what it's called?
Yeah, that's it. The Bright Line. Yeah.
I used to
I'm
ride the
dying to-
coaster from Carlsbad to San Diego in California, and half the time the conductor wouldn't even check anybody's ticket. That was a train that goes right along the coast there. That was fun to ride.
Yeah, I want to ride that one from Miami to from Orlando, between Orlando and Miami.
Hey, I got a question about
Selena.
trains. Okay, when Joe Biden was president, they started to build a new train station here in Bryan, Ohio, and had a big sign up there that said, "President Joe Biden announces the new construction of this new train station." And ever since Trump's been in there, about once every 2 weeks, there'll be 6 guys down there slowly working on that train station. And you think it'd be done by now, a couple of years later when they started it, but it's not near being done. I mean, I wonder if somehow the Republicans put the kibosh on that.
I'm sure. I mean, look at all the people they've fired, and look at all of the defunding and moving money around because every last dime has got to go to the Gestapo.
If we had a true high-speed rail coast to coast, it would mean a whole lot less oil usage.
Yep, and that's their problem, and they don't.
There's still a lot of people do not like trains, but I love them. I used to ride them all the time.
It's getting hot here. I'm getting hot. Alexa, what's the temperature?
It's 74 degrees right now.
Yeah.
With a high of 88 and a low of 62 for the day.
Huh.
Feels like
That's enough, Alexa. Stop.
We'll
Stop.
send you our cold front.
We're still cold here in Northwest Ohio too. I got the heat on my house.
Huh.
So do
I got
we.
the raccoon out somehow. I don't know how he got it.
Oh, did you get the raccoon out?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I didn't hear any more scratching. I saw him in the garage. He found his way out, and he ain't come back. I'm going to try to figure out where he got in. I couldn't find it yesterday. Anyway,
He decided people aren't friendly here. You weren't
well, it was
friendly.
a juvenile, so I think maybe his family was in the house. But I think they're gone now. Maybe the hot weather. They had a nice day yesterday. They decided to live outside now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a bunny in our rain gutter yesterday.
Well,
But-
I'm fighting the pigeons still. They made a nest in my grill.
Our turtles have shown up, so they're in our pond.
They're ready. Yep, they know when to come up.
Little baby turtles, they're so cute.
Yeah,
But I
it's
don't know
50
how they're
degrees.
dealing. We only have 42 degrees today. It almost froze last night. So
It's 50 here, but it's raining, and it says the feels like temperature is 38.
Wow.
I was gonna go out and plant onions today, but I don't think so.
Okay.
It's too cold.
It's going to be a
Maybe
nice day up in Boston, 78.
Wow.
Washington actually got up to 74 yesterday.
Oh.
We're not used to that.
I was going to check on you yesterday, Craig, if you're safe or not after all that ruckus up there by the White House and the mall.
Yeah, we had another shooting in the neighborhood on the other
Yeah.
side of it. The one at the White
he
House.
didn't even get close, and Trump is like, "Oh, I survived again."
This way. Got them on both sides.
But
The
he
weather's
must-
getting nice.
But he must not have
Planning to
had
get
anything
out.
to do with this one because he is talking about it. 'Cause
They
he
said
hasn't
this
talked
one was
about
a
Saturday.
juvenile. Is
He
that
did
right?
talk about
Juvenile
Saturday.
shooting?
Yeah,
Or-
notice they got real quiet about the White House Correspondents' Dinner now.
Yep, that and Butler. He's just no. We don't
Yep.
talk about that.
Don't
But
talk about it.
something he didn't have anything to do with. That he'll talk about.
Huh. Oh.
Oh, vintage.
Okay, Vintage. You had your 45 seconds on the screen. So noted. So noted.
So noted. Yeah.
Yeah.
These are.
I'm a millennial, so.
Oh, I wish I was Generation X. I'm not.
I'm
I don't even
Generation
know what I am.
Jones.
I mean, 1956.
Actually, yeah, you're a boomer. You are a boomer.
And I think. See, here's my proof. I was made in 1956, except it says all original parts, which isn't true because I got 2 fake hips. But
I'm
The thing is, 1956. 56 was at the tail. It's technically a boomer, but there's a group, and they call us something that we have a name.
Generation Jones.
That's it. That's
Generation
right.
Jones.
Yeah, that's what I actually am, because at the tail end of baby boomers, we came along. We're technically baby boomers, but we're not very much like the rest of the baby boomers. So,
well, I'm right on the edge of between silence and boomers. You know,
you are, Jamie. Wow.
But you're great. You're greatest generation, aren't you?
No, not quite.
No,
they were before the silent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if you're talking about me there, user, but you're almost right. I was born in the late 50s. So I'm not in my late 50s. I was born in the late 50s.
Well, just like you're the Jones generation, I'm the Zennial generation, technically.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was born when Harry S. Truman was president.
Wow. Good for you. I was born during Eisenhower, so I'd rather have been born under Truman.
You know, Roosevelt died the April after I was born.
Oh.
I was a Reagan baby.
I have a friend that's a tour guide at the little White House, or what they call it in Florida. The Truman Little White House or something like that in Florida. He's a tour guide.
Oh, and Key West. That's a great place to tour. It's wonderful. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he got a job. He's volunteer job down there. He does it for a couple months a year.
Oh, really? At the Truman? Well, yeah. That's where he created the CIA down there.
He's the president emeritus of a string of newspapers around here. I've been a Facebook friend of his for like 30 years or 25 years, whatever.
Really?
However long he's been around, 20 years. But anyway, he posts pictures of being down there, and all kinds of celebrities come down there, and he shows them around, you know.
Huh. Yeah, that's a neat place to visit. And Truman always wore those really tacky Hawaiian shirts when he was staying down there.
Oh, he did? I didn't know that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they'd always show pictures, and people would make fun of him, and he didn't give a damn at all. It made no difference.
Just like somebody's saddle shoes. Everybody cares.
Yeah, the saddle shoes.
Remember when I gave Mortman the pictures of Truman in Hawaii with one of my former employers?
You know what? I need to go get our. Remember, I made that Truman video. I wonder where I put that. I brought Truman to life. I don't know if you saw that one, Dexter. You might not have. I don't know.
I did not.
Where I brought Truman to life?
I did not.
Yeah, wouldn't you know? I've lost.
Tom Payne's my favorite so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see it. Midterms, 181 days away. 181 days to go for the midterms.
But here's the thing is, for like Louisiana, is like people have already voted. Now they're suspending it, and it doesn't even matter anymore. It's like, are they going to do stuff like that so that it's not going to matter?
They're going to try,
and we're just going to let it happen.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think we're going to let it happen. To tell you the truth, I think we're going to fight them. We're going to fight them.
Steve Bannon's full of hot air. Hell with him.
I mean, see, the thing we got to remember is we got to stay focused on, the fascist rule book. The fascist rule book is to fool the stupid and demoralize everybody else. And
I'm not demoralized. I'm pissed off, and I don't know what.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me, Blue, you hadn't been here since May Day, and I kept my little clip I made of that May Day.
We're here today in America where people work their asses off and can't afford to live.
I love that where they had Uncle Sam arresting the Big Orange there and hauling him off. That was cool. It was a fun day. I mean, they weren't billing that as a big protest day, but there were a lot of organic protests that showed up. And
was there anything at your park on Northwest?
Well, everything here was down at the Washington Monument. That's where they had a big crowd down there. I didn't get down there, but they had a big crowd.
I mean, I didn't watch the news. I didn't do anything that day. I
know.
I did laundry. I was in the garden. It was nice. I felt completely decompressed. It was great.
Yeah. I got a little comment about the Washington Monument. In 1975, my wife-to-be and the kids, we went down to the kickoff to the bicentennial on the mall. And there was a huge crowd and a giant fireworks display along Potomac. But then a helicopter flew fairly low over the crowd. And there was a guy, very visible with a suit on, waving to everybody. And this guy looked just like Gerald Ford. And to this day, we always thought, everybody, well, that's Gerald Ford. And then we started thinking, no, that's a double. They wouldn't put the president out there like that. But it was something to see, you know.
Was it Marine too?
It was a helicopter. It looked official as hell. I don't know. But it looked like Gerald Ford, I swear to God. He's very visible in the helicopter waving at all of us, and everybody was kind of cheering, and some people were in awe. And I started thinking, like, that can't be him. So I said, that's Gerald Ford.
Doesn't seem.
I never did find out.
Like a showman to me somehow.
He doesn't. But I mean, it happened. What am I supposed to know about? I don't know. No way.
Yeah, that's funny.
He doesn't seem like he has a big showmanship thing going on there. But
I agree, like my music on that Mayday video where they sound like the aerobics instructor with sock warmers. Yeah, it did have.
You have to pull up some Jane Fonda and
you
really
mean leg warmers?
Yeah.
Well, I'll admit that was AI music. I prompt for AI music on these videos so that I don't have to worry about copyright. That's the main thing. If these music publishers want to
AI steals it from the composers, and therefore and makes an amalgamation. Therefore, the theft isn't direct, so therefore nobody's hurt, right?
And they change it just enough. And the thing is, they're successful. They change it just enough because the YouTube robots are so strict and they're so good at picking up any copyrighted music, and somehow the AI music always escapes their attention.
Yep.
I don't know how they managed to do that, but it makes it easier for me, that's for sure. Anyway, here's Truman. Y'all ready for Truman? I brought when Martin was here the other day. I brought Truman back to life. Let me get everything out of the way. Oh no, I just hit another wrong bet. Anyway, there's so many, but okay, I'll go ahead. I'll just fix this I'll play Truman while I fix this.
I consider public funds to be sacred funds, and I think they ought to have every safeguard possible to prevent their being misused and mishandled.
That was from his breakout speech. That was from Truman's breakout speech. That speech is what made him famous in the Senate. He got focused on wasteful spending in World War II, particularly the military industry, which none of the other politicians wanted to touch. Nobody wanted to touch that because the defense industry obviously was so powerful, and Roosevelt didn't like it either, but he did it anyway. And he gave that speech on the Senate floor and called for a committee to investigate wasteful spending in World War II. And there was such a public reaction to this speech that the Senate had no choice but to create the committee, and then he chaired it. And then he found all this fraud and abuse in defense spending in World War II and became nationally famous. And that's what made him
maybe that's what we need
irresistible.
Maybe we need to read excerpts of Truman's speech to our congressman when we call.
There you go.
And the thing is, I've actually, and the thing is, I've got it right here. I brought him back to life, so we can just play this. I wish we could, when we call Congress, I wish we could play video,
Or we could just say this is AI Harry Truman, and
But here he is. This was the key phrase from that famous Senate speech.
I consider public funds to be sacred funds, and I think they ought to have every safeguard possible to prevent their being misused and mishandled.
Okay, that's.
Can't argue with that.
I'm going to use that today. I'm going to go find the whole speech, though, and I'm going to use that. Just make a little script and just go right down the line and call a bunch of people.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Start posting to the various pages in social media for all of the politicians. Just remind them what they're supposed to be doing.
But do they read that? Do they read that, or do they just?
Their age do. They pay attention if it generates a lot of comments.
Oh, well, go post on Facebook or wherever you guys are. Tell them to stop. Are they on Facebook?
Who's that in the front of your cup, your coffee cup? Who is that?
Oh, this one right here. Abigail. She's my favorite founder. I consider Abigail one of the founders.
Okay.
Her letters to John Adams.
Her and Dolly.
Yeah, Dolly too gets some credit. Poor old Dolly.
I just have my dog here.
She had a tortured life toward the end. She ran out of money, and her former slaves who bailed her out, who kept her, had to give her a. She actually got a wage from her former slave when she ran out of money. At the end of her life, he took care of her, even though she hadn't freed him.
Gee.
His house, he became a civil service bureaucrat who didn't get super wealthy, but comfortable. And his former home, where he lived in Washington, is not far from the Dolly Madison house. And you know what it is today? Every time I go by it, I think about him and Dolly. Is where it's the Nordstrom rack store.
My God.
The Nordstrom rack store in Washington is where Dolly Madison's slave lived when he.
Oh my God. That would be a really interesting travelogue, sort of. What historical sites are now strip malls or whatever.
Well, you know where the Lincoln bedroom is? The Lincoln bedroom is actually when they gutted the White House under Truman again. Truman did that when they gutted the White House. They hauled it all out in trucks late at night because they didn't want people to know what they were doing. They were just emptying the entire insides of the White House. And they drove them out to Fort Myers, it's called, which is near Arlington Cemetery, and buried everything out there. And that's where the Lincoln bedroom actually is. It's buried out at Fort Myers. And nobody really knows where it is to this day exactly. I mean, because they didn't keep records because they were trying to hide it from the public.
That would be an interesting thing.
What's that place in Washington where you posted a long time ago? You said, this is my favorite place in Washington, D.C. You remember that? You talking
about the Einstein statue or something else?
I'm not sure what it was, but you said, this is my favorite place. And it might have been that statue.
The portrait gallery?
Well, no, the Einstein statue is over. It's actually near the Federal Reserve Building over on Constitution Avenue, close to the Lincoln Memorial. You can actually see the Lincoln Memorial from it. But anyway, Einstein's sitting down, and you can sit on his lap. It's the only place I know you can sit on Einstein's lap and have you pick it and take a selfie. Uh-oh, Mr. Snow's here. Run for your lives.
No, it is 60 days.
There he is. Mr. Snow's in the house. It's Obama syndrome. It's Obama dead. It's Obama and Biden derangement syndrome. Mr.
90
Snow's
days.
Here.
What's 90
Under
days?
1973 War Powers Resolution, Congress has 60 days to authorize military force after a president introduces U.S. forces into hostilities.
Yeah, I think you're talking about Obama and Syria, aren't you? But I'm not familiar with what you're talking about with regard to Biden. What did Biden? What hostilities did he start that he would have needed to comply with the War Powers Act. I'm not sure what that refers to, but maybe. Oh, and May's here. May's here.
That it's 60 days, and then the president can request another 30 to pull troops out, which we know he's not going to do.
No, Einstein's still here. Einstein's still here. Einstein's still here.
Racist Einstein?
A racist. I don't.
Racist.
Trump already said he didn't have to do it because it was no longer a war.
And another 30 days after that, but I don't know what you're talking about.
You have to get off.
Well, are you saying, Mr. Snow, that Trump should abide by those laws? I mean, if you're saying that they should have, are you saying Trump shouldn't? I don't know what your point is about current events.
Why are you trying to have a conversation?
I don't know. It's just, I can't help it.
Anyway, now I'm motivated to get over to the Truman library.
There you
one
go.
Of these days.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go there. I have not ever been there. You're talking about in Independence, Missouri, right?
Yeah, I'm close enough. I can get there.
God, he was such a great man. He really was.
And my folks went there.
Of course, I got started on him because my grandfather just worshipped Harry Truman. And I heard he talked about him all the time. So I mean, as a little kid, I was hearing all about Harry Truman.
I always wondered, though, was the bombing necessary? I'm opening up a real can of worms here because once Japan ready to surrender, you know. I don't know.
You could go all kind. I mean, they do say we would have lost 100,000 Americans if he hadn't done that. If we'd invaded Japan, like they were planning, and that's what he did. That's why he dropped the bombs to avoid it. And had we done that,
that was the excuse. But I read that Japan was ready to surrender anyway. So I've always run that back and forth in my mind. You know, like did we really need?
Well, I do wonder about if he had stopped after the first bomb. You know, the first one is pretty defensible, but the rest of them not so much. You know.
I mean, were they making sure that they realized that we didn't just have the one and we didn't blow all of our...
Yeah, that was, again, the excuse, as Dexter says. That's how they explained it, is that they wanted to prove to the Japanese. They were also wanting to prove to the Russians that we had plenty, that we had more than one.
Did the Russians have nuclear weapons?
No, and that was also a little... We were sending them a message.
We were the only ones with nuclear weapons, right?
We're the only ones in, yeah.
So if we hadn't, I wonder if then there wouldn't, no one would have nuclear weapons now because.
That's right.
I agree.
Well, we kind of screwed the pooch on them.
Now, I don't know Harry and the Hendersons.
Oh my God, another movie from the 80s you have not seen.
He's like a Sasquatch. He's like
I'm just so naive. I'm just naive and ignorant.
You need to watch The Goonies. You need to watch Harry and the Hendersons.
Well, yeah, you taught me all about The Goonies. I know about The Goonies.
In fact, I'm going to watch The Goonies today.
Okay. I'm going to watch Idiocracy again pretty soon because that's what we're living that now.
Did you know that Crocs were invented for that movie? Crocs were invented just for Idiocracy. And then everybody started buying them.
Oh, is that right? Wear those things.
Yes.
Bucket shoes, as we call them, because they have handles.
Yes.
I don't know what to tell you, May. I'm just ignorant. When it comes to Harry and
Is the Goonies on Disney Plus?
Let me see where I can find it. Hold on.
Why was it a Disney movie?
I don't know.
I don't know, but you can get it on DVD and watch it whenever you want.
It is currently on Hulu, YouTube, Google Play Movies, Amazon
part
Prime.
Of Disney Plus, so I got that.
Yeah.
Apple TV.
I've stopped feeding the streaming, so I've got DVDs, and I'll be buying more DVDs probably. Yeah. Criterion has really good sales on DVDs sometimes, and they've got older movies too, like Katharine Hepburn and stuff. So. Oh, but I bought The Princess Bride from them too.
Yeah.
Good. That's another good movie. Have you seen that one, Craig?
Which?
The Princess Bride.
You know what? I haven't. I do. I am aware of it.
God.
I am aware of it.
He got a lot of ink when Mr. Reiner was.
You will love The Princess Bride. It's so good.
For ages,
now here it is.
He is hidden in the forest, eluded hunters, baffled scientists, and remained a mystery until the Hendersons bumped into him.
What is it? It's a major discovery. We have to take it home.
I'm just envisioning RFK.
Yes.
I'm envisioning RFK now.
birthday corsage. Uh-oh. George, he's coming back.
I'm
I don't
envisioning
remember that
RFK
movie.
with that whale head tied to the top of the wagon with whale juice.
Oh.
hanging out.
Yeah.
Yikes.
You know what? I'm not familiar with this movie.
Oh,
I thought-
you need
I
to
thought
watch
you all were
everything by John Hughes.
Yeah.
Like everything.
Yeah, he was good.
And everything by Rob Reiner.
Yeah.
Because have you seen When Harry Met Sally?
Oh, come on. Craig.
Craig.
What?
Did you see When Harry Met Sally?
Oh, you're asking me. Yes, I did. Yes,
Okay.
yes, I did see that.
Whew.
Yes. Okay.
John
The Princess-
Lithgow's got a brand new play on Broadway now.
Yes, he
Oh,
does.
yeah.
He was nominated for the Tony this morning.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Oh, the
nice.
Tonys were
really?
this morning. Okay. Yeah,
Oh.
and it's on June 10th. Is CBS hosting the Tonys again?
I had
I
a
don't
station
know.
wagon just like that years ago.
It's like I wish everybody would just avoid CBS and they could just shut it down.
I am proud of ABC/Disney, who basically said F you to Trump on Kimmel.
Oh, good.
That's beautiful.
Good.
Oh, Marjorie stepped it up again. Here we
Yeah.
go.
When it comes down to victimizing some of the most innocent people in America, these were young girls that were teenagers that desperately wanted to be models one day. They wanted to be seen as beautiful. They wanted to be rich. They wanted to be famous. And of course, every teenager wants things like that. And they were victimized by Ghislaine Maxwell and others. And they were victimized by the richest, most powerful men, not only in our country, but in the world. And they were used by Jeffrey Epstein as sexual tools for his own satisfaction and his friends' satisfaction.
Say
To actually
his
be
name.
asked by the President of the United States to back off
Yeah.
and not help these women, that's when MAGA died.
That's when MAGA died.
That's
I think
when the
he's close
entire
to
thing
getting back
shattered
with
for
Trump
me.
on his good side.
So I kept my name on. Then we spent 8 weeks shut.
That's when MAGA died. That's why they do the song when they drove old Dixie down. That's when MAGA died.
Now he's
Bye-bye.
alive in Ohio. Election day.
Miss American Pie, huh?
When Donald Trump told him to back off Epstein. He told her some of my friends will get hurt.
But here's and his only friend is the one he sees in the mirror. So,
Yeah.
but this is her little. I don't know if this is going to be her stump speech, or if this is like her reel to send to people to get on TV news to be a talking head.
I mean,
get her a show.
I thought about that too. There's also the scenario that she just believes what she's saying and wants to say it. I
think
that's a
so too.
possibility.
What
That
she
could
could, what she should do right now is she should get a podcast, because she could give all Ben Shapiro and all those idiots a run for their money.
She had a come
Yeah.
to Jesus move. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I'd thought that too, that, well, maybe she's gunning for a CNN contract or something. But I think if that's what she wanted, I'm sure that she's been offered. But she hadn't done that. She hadn't done anything she hadn't said she's running for anything. I mean, there's an open open door now to the successor to Trump for MAGA land, and I don't see
Which
her
is
very
what I
well
thought she
positioned for
wanted
that.
initially, is that she wanted to be president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like
And,
Cheney, we don't do everything as a group. It's issue by issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey, there's
MAGA
a guy
is
named
kind
Terry Johnson running for governor of Michigan. He's a MAGA Republican, and his ads come on my TV and my YouTube feed. And he looks like an AI creation. Have you guys ever seen him before by any chance?
No, I haven't.
He looks like a robot. I just wondered if you guys ever seen him.
No.
Well, it's talking about Michigan. I actually was going to bring that up. We got voting today. That's going to be a test of MAGA turnout strength in two races, and one in Michigan, in that Michigan race, and then also in there's a state Senate race in Michigan that Trump's gotten involved in because he's mad at some Republican he's trying to primary, and also in Indiana where he's mad at the Senate Republicans in Indiana who refused to do his redistricting scheme.
Boy, was that ever a shock. I mean, seriously, that shocked me.
Yeah, and he's involved in that. So you got primaries, Republican primaries today in both those states that are going to be a real test of Trump's draw with if he can throw out Republicans, if he can turn out enough of his ultra. I think now he's down to ultra MAGA. Sort of the marginal MAGAs have wandered off with Marjorie and everything.
Yeah.
He's down to about 25, maybe 30% support, that he's got left, which is mostly ultra MAGA.
You're 100%
anyway,
right.
We got 2 votes today to watch on as a test of MAGA turnout strength for gauging what could happen in the midterms. And then you got the battle for the battle for successor is underway. I mean, I found this so interesting. This is Tucker in the New York Times yesterday, I guess it was, and I mean, he's on Vance's side, obviously. I mean, we have right now there is a battle between Vance and Rubio for successor, and it's going on beneath the scenes. And Susie Wiles, chief of staff, is running Rubio and undermining Vance. She did that in the Vanity Fair piece that we saw a while ago. Mm-hmm. And now you got Tucker outing the whole thing, saying that Vance is getting undermined. He's talking about Susie Wiles. He doesn't say her name here, but that's who he's talking about here, that who is undermining Vance. And so the palace intrigue is getting super interesting over there.
So, but do you think Tucker, I know Tucker would love to run. Tucker and Joe Kent, Tucker and Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah. Well, the thing about
he won't go with Marjorie
is not everybody runs for president to win. A lot of people run just for attention, and you can make a living running for president. I've seen presidential candidates, perennial candidates like who was
Ross
the guy?
Perot?
Well, he already had money.
Depends on all of the
but still.
circuits.
I'm thinking about the black guy who ran for president, Republican side, and ran for Senate against Obama, beat him for his Senate race to get in the Senate. What was his name? He had a show on MSNBC for a while, and he was. They found out his Q rate, his popularity was real low, so they made him wear sweaters. And
I remember that guy, but I can't think of his name either.
They literally thought they could. They literally thought they could turn it. At that time, Bill Cosby was still popular.
Not Steele, no, not him.
No.
The one that's going to try to run, who loves attention and running his mouth, is Smith. What's his name? He's a sports guy. Stephen A.
Yeah,
Smith, something like
I know
that.
who you mean too. I know who you
Stephen
mean.
A. Smith,
Anyway, the guy I'm talking about is an example of a guy who he kept running for president because that was his income. That's literally how he made his living, was running for president, and didn't file any FEC forms because he was keeping all the money. But anyway, I'm just saying, Tucker and some of those people, they could run just for the attention and the fundraising and so on. But this quote because Tucker chose the New York Times to say these things that I put up here and what he's saying, it makes me think that his game right now is to promote Vance and who knows? I mean, Tucker's so wild. He might even be talking to Vance about triggering the 25th Amendment. They could even be on that track.
Really?
Think about that.
May 123 is bringing up Herman Cain and Larry Elder.
Herman Cain. No, okay. Herman Cain and Larry Elder are also examples. I hate to pick out just blacks because there are white people who do that, run for president for an income too. But I'm still thinking there's still the one I'm thinking of. We still haven't come up with, but it's not a big deal.
Evan Bayh ran for president, and that petered out quickly.
But yeah, when I tried it out, the Tucker wanting to get Vance to trigger the 25th Amendment, I tried that one out with David, and he says that's quite a stretch, and I said, well, that's my job. That's what I do.
I still wonder if you know, and I know I got shut down because it's a conspiracy theory, but if the White House Correspondents' Dinner wasn't supposed to be more than it was. Because the Fox News host that pointed the canine unit guy, and then the canine unit guy talks to the shooter.
Yeah, that's some strange.
I mean, the whole thing just stinks to high heaven. But they got
Vance out
first. But they got Vance out first, and that makes me wonder if it was a setup.
That was some strange video. That definitely was some strange video.
I still think Tucker Carlson is going to run for president. Maybe I'm crazy.
No, I'm with you on that. I think, like I say, I mean, he might actually think he could run to win, but the fallback is he gets lots of attention and stays relevant. That would be a reason for doing it.
And there's a really good income on the speaking circuit.
Yeah, but he's got all that frozen TV dinner money.
Right.
I remember when I got so irate when Reagan went to Japan. They gave him $2 million for a little speech after he got out of the presidency. And now look at what Trump's doing now in his family, Trump crime family, raking in billions and billions, Saudi Arabia and places. It's just crazy. I was mad at Reagan for taking $2 million from Japan.
Yeah,
it sounds like chicken feed.
Yeah, we got 191 saving 191 souls in YouTube today. That's where we are there.
All right.
And, then we'll see what we got going on over on. Let's see what we got going on over on X. What we got on X? No, I don't see a number there on that. Where are the numbers? Yeah.
Mr. Snow, do you have the documentation that they were officially funding the KKK? Because we've already talked about this the other day with Carolyn, who actually looked at the information, who was a lawyer. So if you can, instead of just talking about it, give us where you're finding this information.
Yes,
I'll be a little more direct, Mr. Snow. That's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get a little bit more to the point on that. They were.
Yeah, we've been attracting all of the talking point people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're KKK.
Yeah, he's really defending the KKK.
He sure is.
I don't know.
Do you understand?
Oh boy!
DOJ
Oh
lies?
boy! That's your biggest problem right there. If you're relying on that.
Don't look
Did you notice in the indictment on the DOJ website that they filed in this case, they don't name a single individual at all that they're indicting. They indict no one. I mean, that is strictly a performative indictment. They're not even indicting a person. They're trying to indict the whole organization.
They're trying to make a narrative to fool people like you, to snow you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just wait till that case gets thrown out to black acid.
Comey is another one of those where it's like, okay, you're investigating seashells. So
I can't wait to hear the wording when they throw that out. I want to hear what the wording is. I think it'll be funny.
They want to basically take down anybody who they can that do not side with them, and this is one of them that has helped in other situations. And yeah,
they didn't give it to the organization, and they didn't give millions, Mr. Snow. They hired informants, as a lot of organizations investigating white supremacy groups did, including the federal government.
Yeah.
They hired informants to tell them basically what they were hiring them for, to help, because KKK was planning to kill leaders of the Southern Poverty Law Center, and they wanted to get informants to help protect themselves from the KKK plot to kill them. So I mean, you're just believing a bunch of lies, going down a rat hole with this case. And I guarantee you DOJ is going to drop it before you do, I guess. I mean, they got their press conference, and, that's all they wanted. And pretty soon they're going to pretend it never happened. We've seen that over and
Snow
over
hasn't
again.
been around long enough to hear your take on the congressional districts.
Yeah.
Oh, and let's get back into this tomorrow over on Trail Mix CC there, Mr. Snow, if you want. I mean, because we've done an hour. We burned up an hour.
They helped organize Charlottesville. Really? Ugh.
Yeah. We're over at trailmix.cc, everybody, and I do want to tell you one more time, because YouTube's notification is so unreliable. But if you want to get notified with an email and a link when we go live, just sign up at this one, trailmix.cc/alert.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
And that
have a good day, all.
Yeah, you too. And Jamie, I was going to play that video that you had.
Hasta mañana.
Yeah, the mariachi thing. Now, where did I do it? I'll have to track it down here real fast.
Mm-hmm.
But it's over here. I know you posted that this morning, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Here, I'll go get it over. We'll end up with this, because in case it's copyrighted, it won't matter if I play it.
It's not.
All right. Have a good day, everybody.
Bye, y'all.
Here it is. Okay, here it is. Now, what is this group? Jamie Mariachi Vargas Day something or other. Anyway.
Bye.
Have I got it on the
Everybody
screen
knows
now?
it as Guadalajara.
Guadalajara.
Yeah.
Everybody who's not stupid like
Yeah.
me, who pronounces it incorrectly.
You know it. That's one of those things we don't know that we know, but we know it.
Yeah. Okay, here they are.
Y como dijo Vargas, no te rajes, Jalisco.
Negrita de mis pesares, ojos de papel volando, negrita de mis pesares, ojos de papel volando, a todos diles que sí, pero no les digas cuando así me dijiste a mí, por eso vivo penando. Guadalajara, 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 Guadalajara. Tienes el alma de provinciana, hueles a limpia rosa temprana. La verde cara crece en el río, son mis palomas, tu caserío. Guadalajara, Guadalajara, tú eres la pura tierra mojada. ¡Ay, Guadalajara linda! ¡Es el mi Jalisco! ¡Ay, ay, ay, ay! Guadalajara, sabroso. Guadalajara, Guadalajara, eres el alma más rica